Well, good morning, YouTube. Happy Tuesday. I think it's going to rain today. It's going to finish power washing the driveway, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that done. We'll see. I don't know. So how's everybody? I'm on my way to the Man Up America Studios. I need to cough. Excuse me, pardon me. I had a frog in my throat. I know his name was not Kermit. Anyway, so it was back to the grindstone Monday. Back to work. Vacay's over. Actually, staycay. Worked my guts out the whole time. I mean, that's what happens when we stay home. I try to do all the projects and get all the things done. And, you know, I got a lot done. I didn't get everything I wanted done, but I got a lot done. I might have to go through and kind of show some of the stuff that I did. I still need to power wash the back cobblestone because it's gross. I'm just saying. Got a bit of a tan because we were outside most of the time. Yes. So we put some video out of Merlin and Buttons. Are they not just the cutest? I know. I always have the cutest babies. Because that's just how it works out. I'm just saying. So both babies are actually doing really well. Everybody's eating. We're getting fat. We're happy. I am happy to report at this point in time, Merlin is no longer butt sucking. Yay. Seems like we're over that. They have been in the portable container together for the last 2 days, so everything's going well. I'm happy to report. Fiat is going well. We are about ready to start sanding and getting ready for body work on her, so we'll be filming that either with the phone or the little camera. If I can get those stupid batteries to just, I don't know, they just aren't, just not working. You know, technology is great when it works and it sucks when it doesn't. No, I have no idea what we're talking about on Man Up this morning at all. There is no telling. I will say this. Let's talk about, because I try not to get too awful political on my channel, but this is heavy into the socials, so we'll go ahead and talk about it. Just because I need some content on the way. Let's talk about the mask issue. This is a really super hot topic with lots of people out there, and most people, very few, are in the middle of the road. You generally have extremes on one side or the other, and no one's willing to give. Okay, regardless of how you feel about a mask, whether you should wear it, whether you shouldn't wear it, whether other people shouldn't wear them, which really is none of your business. I'm just saying, right? Here's kind of my stance on it. I don't care what someone else does. It's not up to me. You know, that's the thing. If it's legal, right? It's legal. You know, do as you wish, as long as you're not, you know, hurting someone else or infringing on their liberties. That's kind of my thing. You know, we're not going to get into the thing, well, you not wearing a mask is hurting somebody else. I'm really not going to get into it. But I will say this. A lot of the big box stores, this was a big, hot issue over the last, I don't know, about 10 days. When the big box stores announced, Wally World was the first one, and then everybody else followed suit, that they were going to put mask mandates, that they wouldn't let you in the store unless you were wearing a mask. Right? So most of the people that know me kind of they know how I feel. I don't personally wear a mask. I don't see any science that supports it. I'm in the medical field. I wear them when I'm at work and I'm doing procedures. And other than that, I pretty much just treat this like it's any other flu season. You know, you don't feel well, stay home, you know, keep yourself clean, wash your hands. I social distanced before it was popular. I have my own perspective. Unless I know you, right? If we know each other, I'm a very touchy-feely person, okay? Like, I love to hug, and like, I'm very affectionate. If I don't know you, however, you need to stay the hell out of my bubble, right? Like, that's the way I've always been. I don't like when people get like right in your face, right? Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what you got. I've always felt that way, even before this Corona kind of stuff showed up. So, you know, that wasn't an issue, but I don't wear a mask. So I've had a lot of friends going, oh my God, what are you going to do? Where are you going to get your groceries? Like, everybody's like doing this. And I'm like, I guess I'll shop online. Like, it's not that big of a deal. If they don't want to let me in, then I won't go in. Like, you know, that's how free market works, right? Government hasn't made any mandates, as they shouldn't. Not their place. But those are private businesses. And here's the big debate for a lot of yous out there that don't know this, that are real heavy on the side of not wearing them. It's a private business. And sweetie, they can do anything they want to do. That's their right, as it should be. Your right as a consumer is to flip them a bird and go somewhere else. Or shut the hell up and put a mask on. You got a choice. Long as you have a choice, right? Right? That's how it goes. So I wasn't really all that concerned about it. It's fine, whatever. I could shop somewhere else if you're, you know, that adamant on people have to wear a mask, because I'm not going to. And it isn't that I don't care about people. I'm not going to. The science doesn't support it for me. You know, and you're wearing one, so it's fine. You're fine. You're fine. It's all fine. So 2 days ago, of course, Wally World was first, and now everybody else is following suit. They come out and basically say, well, we're not actually going to enforce that rule. Why? Because they don't want to put their employees in positions of confrontation. Now, I'll agree, that's a really crappy thing to do to your employees. It is not their place, right? You are putting them in a position of a confrontation. And I promise you, there's someone out there looking for a fight. And if you ask it for them, they're going to give it to you, right? So, and some of these people are really young. All right. So here's my advice, right? Walked into Wally World yesterday, had to go in and grab something. Gentleman, as I'm coming in, wears a mask, and he goes, hey, do you have an mask? And I said, no, sir, I don't. Just kept walking. Kept going. Nothing was said. Had to go into Food City in my local town of Cleveland, and there was a very young girl, maybe 16 years old. This is, got to be careful, but here's how you need to handle it. I don't want to be that person. You know, I walk in, she's at this station, they have masks and hand sanitizer and everything. So I go to walk in, and she was like, ma'am, do you have a mask? And I said, oh, no. She went to hand me a mask, and I said, oh, no, thank you. And she looked at me up and down, first off, like I was short. And then she goes, it's mandatory. She didn't say it like that, but in my head she did. And handed me the mask, to which I looked at her and went, oh, okay. And took the mask, and then politely shoved it in my pocket and went in and did what I needed to do. Now, see, that's how you handle that. You don't need to be a jerk. It's not that little girl's fault, okay? That's what we need to understand. Not her fault. Her boss, shame on you, just saying, put her in that position of being very confrontational. Because, look it, whether you like it or not, this is a hot debate. And when you start telling people to do something that they clearly do not want to do, you're looking for a fight, somebody will give it to you. There's a lot of really jerky people out there. They won't do what I did. The young man in front of me that was riding a motorcycle did the same thing. He took the mask, shoved it in his pocket. I took the mask, didn't say another word, shoved it in my pocket, went about, did my business. 50% of the people in there weren't wearing a mask. You don't need to make a scene. If they're handing one out, just go, thank you, put it in your pocket, shut the hell up and walk on, right? Don't create a scene. There doesn't need to be one. That's all I'm saying. Keep your humanity. Be a decent human being. I don't care if other people wear a mask, baby. It's up to you. If that makes you feel better, God bless ya. Okay? God bless ya. Do what you need to do for you to feel better. And I'm okay with that. I don't care if you shop in a T-Rex suit. Whatever. Oh, are we dragging? Okay, no, we're not. Gotcha. Making sure. Just hooked up to the Wi-Fi because I just pulled up to the studio. So I got to go in here for just a few. So we might continue the conversation when we get back. Okay? All right. Love you, bye. Okay, well, we're back for round 2. I had to re-record the ending because when I left the studios, apparently it connected to something and then disconnected and the video started dragging. So we had to ditch it. Yeah, so anyway, as I was saying when I had pulled in is, just don't be a jerk face, to these people. Because, I mean, for the most part, they're just employees and they're doing what their employer said. The employers are doing it to make sure that they don't get their butt sued off from litigious employees. And whether we like it or not, the society that we live in is very litigious. We like to sue the hell out of everybody for anything, right? I was saying as I was coming in that there's a lot of countries, and I kind of, to be honest with you, I kind of wish we would do this to a certain extent, but there's a lot of countries that you can sue anybody you want for any old reason you want, but if you lose, you have to pay all the bill, all of it, right? So I think that's really good incentive because then you've got skin in the game, right? You slip on a floor and nothing really happens to you, but you sue Walmart for $1.2 million. You might stop and think about that if you had to foot the bill for Walmart's attorneys. I'm just saying, I'm not against it. I think that it would be a really good thing because I think that if you're going to go to court, everybody needs to have some skin in the game. What does that mean? It means you got something to lose. Right? You've either paid something out, whatever it is, you've got something invested in it. Other than the person that sued McDonald's because the person spilled hot coffee in their own lap of their own fault, no one else's, right? But burned their leg with hot coffee. I don't know what you thought coffee was supposed to be other than, but that was a very large lawsuit and that person won. They shouldn't have, but they did. So I'm just saying, y'all be nice. Be nice to these people. I mean, if they're hateful to you and getting all Karen on you, I get it. Still try to be as kind as you possibly can be because in this day and age, kindness seems to be in very short supply, right? And I just don't want to be that person right now. I really don't. I'm going to stand firm on my beliefs and do what I believe is the right thing for me to do in my personal situation with my family. But I can try to handle that as nicely as I possibly can, which is all we're asking anyone else to do. Respect other people's right to feel the way that they want to feel, right? Doesn't mean you have to agree with them. Doesn't mean that you have to change their mind, right? Just respect that they believe whatever it is that they believe. And it technically has nothing to do with you. As long as they're not trying to force their views upon you and you're not trying to force your views upon them. That's how freedom of choice works, right? Getting ready to go to Wally World right now. My favorite place. Yes, I have to physically walk in the building because I have to pick up prescriptions. So I have to physically walk in. I don't anticipate any issue other than they're going to ask me if I have a mask and I'm going to politely say no sir or no ma'am I do not and continue to keep walking. That will be my day. I don't anticipate any issue other than them asking me, and I think they probably are supposed to. If I was the Walmart employee, I wouldn't be asking anybody anything. I'd just be like, hey, how are you? Have a good day. See you later. Right? Like, again, kind of not your... You just work there, ma'am. You just work there. I would never make my employees do something like that. That's just me, though. Mostly because it's me and a couple other people, and those are the employees. And, well, we all feel the same, so it is what it is. All right. I've got about the same amount of time, I think, on here, because I try to keep those Tuesday videos somewhere between 12 and 17 minutes. We try not to make them too terribly long. We don't want to bore people to death because, again, it's just me yapping. We got a hell of a storm, too. Hell of a storm. Needed it, so I don't have to water my grass and I don't have to water my plants. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right. I'll put the excerpt out here just in case, and if we have any issue with Wally World, we'll just add it on, at the end. So, y'all know the rules. You stay out of trouble, and if you can't, don't get caught, okay? You stay safe, stay clean, and have a perfect day. Bye. Okay, just to prove a point, I want y'all to see this sign. Outside of Walmart, face coverings are required per posted local state order. Now, just in case you wanted to know, there is no local or state order mandating anyone in the state of Tennessee to wear a mask. Now, again, you can do what you want to do. If you're a private company and you say, I want you to wear a mask or you can't come in here, that's fine. But that sign says they were requiring you to wear a face mask, whether they enforce it or not, in accordance to local and state government mandates. That's a lie. I hate a liar. I'm just saying. All right, guys, I've seen a couple of these on my way back to Athens. Our big signs above the interstate that give us information. We're coming up on this one, so hopefully it's got it on here and you'll be able to read this. COVID-19, wash your hands. Local mask requirements active. Now, I ask you, why does that sign say that? There are no local mask requirements in McMinn or Bradley County. So why would you put those signs up on the interstate in Bradley and McMinn County telling people local mask requirements are active? Unless, one, you're trying to scare the crap out of people, two, you're trying to get them to comply to something that is not mandated. I don't know. This is really starting to get fishy. I don't care where you land on the mask issue, whether you're for it or against it or you're middle of the road. That's not right. This isn't right. They are clearly